The TBL1 drawing introduces you to table drawings and 3D sketches, which might be a bit challenging at first. The intent is that you will create a single drawing that is used to represent several parts. Look at this similar example. Notice the dimensions have letters acting as variables instead of numbers. The table is used to define each variable for every different part. This particular drawing represents 6 different tubing parts. This type of table drawing is very common in industry. I have started a new inch part, but this time I will use the 3D sketch option to draw the center lines of the parts. Use the line tool and click the dot in the center of the triad displayed. Inventor has an option like Ortho in AutoCAD. This keeps the lines straight. Draw the lines carefully in their proper direction. Turn off the Ortho tool to draw the last segment. Add the dimensions to your part. Notice your sketch is not held down to the origin. Make the center point visible in the sketch and use a coincident mate to hold the part to the origin. The last line segment is still underdefined. Use the parallel to XZ plane to constrain to hold it down. Review your part to make sure your 3D sketch lines are going in the correct direction. Now I will create the profile of the tubing on the XY plane. Sweep is the tool used to create this tubing. Notice that the bends are sharp angles. This is not right, and we need to fix it. Edit the 3D sketch and add fillets for the bends. Now it's correct. Save your part. I want to add a work point to help me dimension the last angled line segment a little bit easier. Make the 3D sketch visible. Set the view to wireframe. Pick the work point tool and select the sketch point where the 4 and 5 dimensions converge. Start a new inch drawing and place your front view. Do not place the other views at this time. Expand the sweep feature and include the 3D sketch in your drawing view. Now project your other views. Expand the part in your top view and include the work point. Add center marks and place your dimensions. Hide the dimension value and add the appropriate variables. It does not matter which dimension is A or B, just get the data right in the table. The last segment is a little tricky. Watch carefully. Select the center line and right mouse button to pick intersection. Then pick the horizontal center line. Now pick the upper endpoint and right mouse button to set your dimension type to align. Add the table to your drawing. Edit the properties to remove the title. Right mouse button and pick column changer and change the column names. Complete the table data with the appropriate information. There's no need to make these columns that wide, so adjust them by dragging the borders. You may need to add more columns using the column chooser. Be sure to include all information. This is just a portion of it.